In 2019, there is a time traveler who claims to be from China in the year 2060 named KFK. In China's Reddit forum, he left a lot of information for the next 40 years. The following is part of his message on the forum. Question: Will the red decade happen again? No, but there will be regulation. What do you think of deja vu? I seem to have seen this post in my memory before. Answer: is a fleeting awareness of the observer. So, did quantum mechanics change the world? Answer: it was no longer called quantum mechanics. First question: will people be able to change the genetic code and create a more perfect human being? Will that happen? Second question: how have social classes changed? Can ideology become hard currency? Third, where are the main problems in Europe? Western Europe, Northern Europe, Southern Europe, or Eastern Europe? Answer: Western Europe. Question: I would like to ask why China's Reddit Douban finally stopped. Is it a lack of money or something else that doesn't let it continue? Answer: a wrong decision that is too literary. Question: will humans still use plastic bags at that time? What is the vegetation coverage on Earth? Answer: people are using bags that dissolve automatically. Will be lush vegetation coverage. However, due to the dryness, it caused natural fires. Question: haha, I heard that you are also from Shenyang, China. Which district are you in? Shall we meet? I will buy you a beer. Answer: my entrance is not in Shenyang. Saying Shenyang is a lie, and you can't see me neither. Question: would you know when will this post be blocked? I'm going to report it and compare the reported results with your answer. Do a test. That's exactly what I want. Question: two guys said your IP address is in Northeast China. What is your IP address? It is virtual? Do you mean that if a time traveler traveled to Northeast, won't this address appear? Answer: one guy is lying, another is pretty nice. Question: does the existence of the United Nations still make sense? Answer: it gradually loses meaning because it cannot be united. Question: I suspect that you are from a cult, as I have cult believing peers around me. Normally, mature people don't believe that. But for people who are chronically anxious, it's just easier to get in cult. So I just wanted to remind people out of kindness. Didn't stop anyone specifically. Answer: don't worry, I will disappear at any moment. Question: for Russia in the Third World War, what role do they play? Answer: Russia is ostensibly neutral, but pushed the war behind. Question: how far has socialist China developed? Answer: in 2060, I saw North Korea and Cuba are no longer on the path of socialism. Question: let's talk about the China-US trade war. Answer: looking back, we are not calling it a trade war. That should just be a short term between 2019 and 2022. We call it Cold War II in history textbooks. Question: give us some advice for people in 2019. Answer: if you learn to shift your focus from material to spiritual by 2048 to 2060, it won't be so painful. So here is a password KFK left for the people of 2019. 2401 300 34805. Question: first, a certain fate, according to you, is people's fate fixed. People's soul come to earth and is like a mission. If you want to work hard to change the fate of yourself, it will shorten or extend the completion circle of your fate, but the fate is the same. So what is the impact of this circle on people? If one person's life mission is accomplished, soul enters reincarnation to receive a new task and get reincarnated again. So what's the purpose of being reincarnated over and over again? Also, you mentioned that if in 2019 we learn to shift our focus from material to spiritual belief, we won't be so painful by 2048 to 2060. So, what is the spiritual belief? Because you mentioned that the current practice basis is wrong, it's useless to have spiritual practice, and Buddhism is also a white lie. So, what is the correct belief? Answer: all religions are not practical. They're all going to be empty. The wisdom come from Buddhism is actually atheism. Question: may I ask about art form of your era? Is there any new development? You said the person you love the most is Borges. Are there any other authors you like? Could you describe the future of literary film and television? Will there be any new forms of music? Answer: I just liked him when I was a teenager. Everything changed in my adulthood. Many things faded away. Question: are you worried that you will become famous on internet? If it attracts large-scale attention to the interpretation, how will you deal with it? Answer: most people just have different psychological needs. Question: what is the future development of Jiangsu province in China? Will it exceed Beijing, Shanghai, or Shenzhen? Answer: it won't. But why are there still rich people who build houses with wood and differently than the poor? Is it pointless for us to buy a house now? If we prioritize human surviving, in addition to be kind, what can we do now to avoid disasters? I just want my family to be safe. I think all families have the same wishes. Answer: even without my saying, you will still get anxious too. Anxiety is the inevitable result of people missing their goals. When the ship is about to sink, the people on the boat are all anxious. People think that only if they can predict the future can they predict the present. Inexplicable anxiety is a prophecy of future sickness. Question: you said art is gradually disappearing and people turn to spiritual pursuits. Isn't pursuing art an important part of spiritual level? Answer: in extreme starving, people eat things they shouldn't eat. It's the same on the mental level. Art happens when people miss their goals. Question: why did you turn off the forum? Answer: I didn't. Question: are you sure about the future we are about to experience? Is the same past you have experienced? Or because I saw your message that influenced and touched some people who are destined for a donkey punner life? Will jumping out the situation like this make our future become different from the future you described? Is that possible? Or rather, before you decide to come to 2019, before you scan our history, scan the data on internet, is there any KFK study group? Answer: logic is often distinguished from time and the order of things. When the order of time can be transcended, logic also loses its meaning. Question: how do you evaluate the book A Brief History of Humanity? Answer: it describes some facts and regularity. Question: hi, why the future you described scares me? Do you feel lonely? How can you sure the lady whom you wanted to remind has seen you? Answer: making you panic is not my intention. I hope you keep your hope. Question: will you return to this forum to speak again? Answer: there will be no resistance. So what do you want to remind the lady? Answer: I'm fulfilling a promise. What promise? Sorry, I can't tell you. Question: may I ask you again, how observers solve the time travel problem? Thanks. Answer: in the bridge of time, time has a beginning and an end. Question: I would like to ask, will social networking sites still make sense in the future? Answer: social still makes sense, but not through the website. Question: what do you think of those who make fun of you? People who are trying to prove that you are a conspiracy theorist. Answer: that's their nature. Question 1. What will the current digital currency exchange markets become in the future? Thank you, and have a nice day. Answer: I have already answered it at the earlier post. Question: hey, why are you and another 2 future time travelers you admitted? So you guys says the future so differently. Why? Answer: I will let you know before I leave. Question: why can't you locate them directly? Answer: I can't exceed my authority. Question: how long is this going to last? Answer: valid until December 31st, 2019. Question: for events triggered at this time, will it affect you to return to 2060? No. Question: will you continue to answer questions here? Yes, occasionally. Question: how is the profession of Chinese piano teacher? Would art still be valued in that era? Will I be your mother? No. Question: I think your poems are so good. Can you tell me any of your favorite philosophers, writer, or artist? Answer: Borges of Argentina. Question: is your world in 2060 similar to the Matrix, or the end of Interstellar, or the 5-dimensional space where Cooper and Murphy communicate? No. Question: shall we talk about the famine? When it starts and when it ends, and what's the reason of the famine? And how common people can do? I have already answered it. Question: is the 2048 incident related to aliens? Has the ruins of Atlantis been discovered? Answer: is not related. Atlantis and the stuff are just legends after the flood. Question: please tell me, is there any new discovery about cancer? I beg you, I was suffering from cancer. Answer: pity you. Please continue active treatment. Question: what's the relationship between human and the creator? Why human is created? Answer: it's like vessel and content form and appear. Question: may I know when will be time machine invented? Answer: there is no time machine. You don't need a time machine to transcend time. Question: will your words affect some of us? Answer: mostly not. People are primarily concerned about their own future, or seek miracles beyond imagination. After the hustle and bustle, everything returns to empty again. For the vast majority of people, life will go on as normal. Question: hello, you say that you are actually a kind of data, in a sense. Then could you still feel the foods of our era? Do you still have the sense of smell? Does reincarnation exist? After the death of the human body, does consciousness exist? Answer: I can feel it and smell it. The wind blows at will. Me too. Excuse me, I want to ask you some questions. How will people in the future interpret that? Is there a saying of reincarnation? Answer: physical death is not the end. Question: how are you so sure you can stay here in 2019 safely until December 31st? Answer: I'm not sure. Question: are you able to escape the time limit? Answer: with only the flesh body. No. Question: I admire your philosophical views. Will there be any saints in the future? Answer: the saint is not more prioritized than us, but they have a different human nature. Future saints are not uncommon. Question: if what you say doesn't happen next month, will you still stay? Answer: I'm not be here to leave a prophecy. That's not my intention. Question. Have you ever eaten snail rice noodles? Nope. Question. You say that people's destiny is determined. So what are the rules for generating this pattern? Is it random? For instance, why is the person who wins lottery this guy but not others? Is that because he had a good karma before reincarnation? Answer. Cause and effect karma are valid only for living things. Sow a melon and you get melon. Sow beans and you get beans. Cause and effect are not valid for the hypothesis of retribution, because cause and effect karma don't just stay within what you can see. Question. Can you describe for us what kind of identity do you have in your era? What social status, rights, and obligations do you have? How do you usually live? Answer. I can't say. Does this question also cross the line? Then, could you answer the closest question to me, which is not crossing the line? I'm really curious about your society in 2060. Please. Answer. It's better to concentrate the present. Question. What's the highest dimension you know? Answer. Dimensions are just a term for phases. There are 4 rims, underground and above ground. To be exact, what the human eye sees is only the ground, and is very limited. Question. Why did you delete my post? I've never deleted any post. Do you know who did that? The platform or internet, please? I don't know. I don't care. Can you see my message? Yes. Why don't you answer any of my questions? Did the household registration system still exist in your era? When will it be cancelled? Thank you. Answer. It has always existed. Question. You see the question we ask it now in 2019. Doesn't that sound trivial? And what do you expect your future? Answer. No, it's understandable that people only care about themselves and the present. Let's wait when the time is up. People will stop caring themselves and look up to the sky. Question. July 3rd is Kafka's birthday. You can come back today and communicate with us again. Does it have anything to do with this? No. Question. Hello, will Disneyland still exist in the future? Will the Marvel universe be over? Answer. They existed from my childhood to youth. Question. You said that Trump has won the election again, right? Okay, there are still more than 100 questions. I will keep update next week. Feel free to leave any messages you are interested below the video. Please subscribe me. Thank you so much. 让我们幸福喜悦吧，因为我们如今正在经历的疯狂，实际上是一种幻象，它逼着越来越多的人觉醒。可是呢，我们也要同情那些没法觉醒的人，因为世间的种种现象啊，造成了我们个体与灵魂的分离。我们会在螺旋上升的水晶上继续我们意识的进化。我们正在获得内心的勇气，将自己交给了灵魂，迈向了完全未知的领域。我是谁？我来到这个世界上究竟要做什么？进化的新阶段已经开始，意识到无限的爱会让我们开启一场前所未有的灵魂旅程。